Hello, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb.
And I'm Manswell Peterson.
And we welcome you to the Author's Den. This is the place where authors come to share their writing journey and encourage others.
And we have some fun along the way, too.
That's right. Glad you're here. Sit back and enjoy this episode of the Author's Den. And hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Author's Den. I'm Cyrus Webb. Here in just a bit, I'll be joined by my co-host, Manswell Peterson, and also this week's guest author, Melissa Banks. We're excited you guys can join us today for a great conversation. If you guys are new to us here at the Author's Den, this is an opportunity for us to be able to talk to authors, not only about their writing journey, but also about the challenges they face, what it's been like for them to do what they love, but also to share their own advice for all of you. If you guys have not been able to follow everyone, we definitely invite you guys to be able to do that, including my co-host Manswell and our guest today, Melissa Banks. Hello to you, Jacqueline. Good to be able to see you. Thank you so much for being on with us. Appreciate it. There is Melissa. Going to go ahead and bring him in as well. Pele, hello to you. Good to be able to see you.
Hello. Hello.
How's it going, Manswell? Melissa,
how's it going? It's going great. How's everybody doing?
Doing really good. Seems like I just talked to you guys. But it's so good to be able to have you on with us, Melissa. And ESP Presents, hello to you. Good to be able to see you as well. So again, everyone, if you guys are new to the Author's Den, welcome. Manswell and I are so excited you guys could be with us. Each week we're going to be talking to authors, talking about their journeys, also their challenges and their advice for those of you who are either writers already or interested in writing. Herschel, hello to you. Good to be able to see you as well. We have Dr. Peterson joining us as well. Glad you could be with us too. Manswell, I want to say, first of all, so glad to be on this exciting journey with you as we're beginning a brand new year. To be a part, you and I had a great conversation last week, kind of talking to people about what we hope comes from this. And I'm so excited to have Melissa Banks on with us today. Melissa and I really go way back. She and I met back, I think, in 2019 initially. It's been great to be able to watch her journey. She actually became an author, Manswell, during the pandemic, which was very exciting. So I'm excited to be able to talk to her about the journey. But Manswell, I'm going to kick it off with you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? Melissa, welcome to the Author's Den. Now we're going to get to the other part of that. Let's talk about your journey, Melissa. And this is always wonder about this thing when it comes to authors. What was your inspiration for your latest book? Because that's the question I know I get asked a lot, and I know a lot of our viewers want to know right now. What was the inspiration behind your book? Because that design by our inspirational book is so powerful. What was your inspiration for that?
Well, thank you guys for having me be your first guest. It's super exciting to be here with both of you. I'm so honored. To answer your question, my whole motivation, I never really dreamed of being an author, but I am passionate about inspiring people to move past where they are, to believe in themselves and take action on that belief. So in that desire to reach as many people as I could, that's where the book started, to just be that motivation, that inspiration. Sometimes we know what to do, but when life hits, we need a reminder right here as to what to do. And that's where the whole journey of the Dream by Design series began, is just to inspire, motivate, give those reminders that you have everything you need to succeed. The latest book, Dream by Design Inspirational Journal, though, I wanted to be there for the action. I wanted people, sometimes you remember, but you just don't know what to do, and you get overwhelmed because so much is going on, right? So in the inspirational journal, it allows you it gives you that reminder, that prompt, but it also asks for action from you. You need to write down a goal, something to focus on, but not just write the goal down, because that doesn't make it happen just by writing it down.
True.
You have to have some actionable steps in order to make that goal happen. And the journal gives you a place to really just write that down and break it down into small bites, that it doesn't seem so overwhelming to you.
Wow. Now that's amazing, because when I looked at your journal, and it's funny because you inspire people. I like to inspire people. I like to hurt their feelings as a dramatic author. I like to hurt their feelings and break them down as readers. You're always putting out inspirational stuff. And so every morning I look for it. Cyrus, I look for your stuff. As an author, do you see that expanding your territory? Because I notice I see more and more people now coming and they're liking your inspirational stuff. And what are you saying now to the men who are coming on board? Because I see a lot of men who are coming now, and they're getting inspired by you too. So what are you saying to them?
But you know what? Manswell, it's funny that you would mention that, because I noticed that I'm getting more men to notice it. And for me, that was surprising in a bit, to be honest with you, because my focus has always been on women. That's because of my own journey and because I had such a hunger for the inspiration that I was pouring out. But what I'm learning is men needs to be inspired too, right? Just recently today, we had a visitor at my church who recognized me from my postings. And that was the first time a man had actually approached me and said, "You inspire me every day." So I'm super excited about that, because that only makes the world better, right? If both men and women are being inspired. So I'm absolutely excited about that.
Cool. All right. Cyrus, you got anything before I get my next one?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, because literally what I did was I have another veteran that I always talk to, and I told him about your book, and so he literally went and got it, and so he flips all these pages when he's FaceTiming. Look, this is what I wrote, and I'm like, yeah, she'll be proud of you, and I'm like, this guy has spilled. I mean, he's writing, and again, like for me, I use music. Everything you see me written for the last 17 years. This is year 17. I always have to have music, and it's always blaring in my head because it keeps my focus there. What keeps your focus when you're writing for Melissa to go to the world?
You know what, Manswell, it's my journey. It's my own journey that inspires me to want to pour out and to give inspiration to help someone that I went through 17 years of domestic violence. In that time, one of the things that when I think about that time now is why it took me so long to realize that I had everything I need. It's because my abuser was managing my thoughts. He was managing my attention. He was managing every second, everything I said, what I wore, what I thought. So as I inspire others, I think about that journey that brought me from there to where I am today, being able to sit on a platform like this and talk to you and talk to other women and now men, to inspire them, to let them know that it's what you out in here that changes your life. You know, it's not what you look like on the outside. It's not where you are. It's what you entertain right here over and over and over again. So what I've learned is when I need some push, when I need some motivation, when I need some inspiration, I pull into those people that inspire me. I pull into those quotes that I've heard that inspire me. I don't stay in that place because I have to control the thoughts if I want to control my life.
That is so powerful, and I love that. So 2024, we got anything new that Melissa can give us a exclusive on at the Authors Den?
Well, wow.
Any exclusive? Huh?
We have some
as a reporter,
we have some stuff coming. And hopefully we'll be able to share that as we go. Are we ready to share that right here, Cyrus?
Hey, that's up to you. My host asked you the question. That's
I'm asking for an exclusive for the Authors Den.
One of the biggest things, I mean, I'm so excited about 2024. Let me just say, I went into 2024 making a transition in my business, and hopefully you will see that as products get released and things get open. But one of the biggest things I believe as well is that you have to be willing to move when it's time to move, even when it's something that you've been holding on to and you've been holding on to it and it's very difficult. And to be honest with you, you have to move in fear because it's new, right? So that's what we're doing in 2024. We're transitioning and we're releasing some new things. Just this past week, we released our media kit, which has been received so well. We're super excited about that. And I believe everyone who's running the business needs that one sheet that tells people about themselves. But one of the big things that we're doing this year, and we're getting ready to release, and that's Dream by Design, the magazine. And I'm super excited about that.
Yes.
It gives, I know, right? I'm just over the moon about that, because that's not something I dreamed. That's just something that God placed in me. And I just believe it's just going to be another platform for people to share their journey, share their experiences with people around the world. So we're definitely excited about that as well.
See, that's what I like. See, that's what the Authors Den is about. The encouragement, the inspiration, to try to pull those nuggets out of you. Now, trust me, like you look this up. I got some stuff Cyrus has sworn me the secrecy to, and I can't say nothing because he already told me if you say something, it's going to be me and you. So I'm glad I got that nugget out of you. here is the thing. What would you tell any young lady that is following your footsteps? What would you give that young lady that advice that they need to actually do that first book that are probably, they're just petrified. They're scared right now.
You know what? This is what I say, and I said this to Cyrus, and I've said it to many people: is you don't wait till you're not afraid anymore. You don't wait till you're not afraid. Pull in your heart and your gut, and do what you want to do. Someone said to me recently, "You fly or fall, but you just do it." So the hardest thing is to take that first step. I never thought of being an author. I never even thought that my story was something that can inspire someone else to be better, to want better, to feel more. I never dreamed that that would happen. So if I didn't take that first step, just the first step, you don't have to plan it all out. You don't have to know what comes next. You don't have to know how you're going to pay for it. You don't have to know where you're going to get the training, where you're going to get the customers. All you have to know is that first step. Make the decision, and the decision spots everything else. Make the decision. I'm going for it. I'm going for it today, not tomorrow, not when things get better. I'm moving in fear, and watch things change.
Thank you. Wow, that's powerful. Now, see, that's the kind of inspiration that, if you notice on my page, I always open my platform up for every new author, every business person, because I always tell them collaboration over competition. And what I see is that the more and more people who actually notice what you're doing, they're paying attention. And that one-page media kit is awesome. And I'm going to keep blasting out because people need that. A lot of people don't even understand how important that is when you're going out talking about your business. That one page is amazing. It's like, here you go. It's like an elevator pitch on a piece of paper for you. You don't have to worry about messing up, because a lot of times people go when they're trying to pitch themselves and they get nervous. Whereas in some of us, we're experienced enough where we can say, hey, I'm good. I can go talk about this. I can give you the program in 30 seconds. Your one page is going to save a lot of nervous people. And that's why I actually encourage everybody, if you don't know, go to Melissa's page, check out the one page media kit, because you need it. I promise you it's going to be good. You know, I got mine coming. You know, there are a lot of experienced people. We have ours coming because it's going to help us as well. Because if I'm busy, let's say like at a Dragon Con, I don't have time to talk to 40 people. I can pop out those 40 pages and guess what? Problem solved.
That's right. That's right. You know, I was in a meeting recently, and someone asked one of the people in the meeting, "What do you do?" And I think about that because the media kit helps you summarize all those things that we do. You know, we all do a lot of different things, but when you have that one thing that you can just shoot over to someone who's requesting information about you, you can shoot that over to them. It's not supposed to cover your entire journey. It's supposed to be that summary of what you do and what you look like, and it can speak for you while you over here working on something else. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Exactly. This is amazing. I'm glad that you actually did it. A lot of people are going to need it. There are going to be a lot of new authors in 2024. You know, people ask me all the time, what do I need to do next? And I tell them the first thing is get a media kit. Next thing is get an editor. Secondly, get you some PR work done, because, you know, I'm always blasting everybody on what they do, because a lot of people walk into this author's world and they're walking in like a deer in headlights. And I'm like, at least you got the book done. Now comes the next step: marketing, depart. Because the book is easy. I tell everybody the book is easy, and they look at me like, no, that's not true. Yes, it is. The marketing part is where it gets crazy, because when you got to go out like on social media, you got to go out in public. The marketing part is where I think that your one page is going to be a game changer for a lot of people. So we're going to keep blasting that for you. I love everything you're doing. Again, I look at my inspirational quotes, and seriously, between you and Cyrus, when I wake up, if I don't see it, I'm like, okay, well, y'all late. Where's my inspiration? Where's my inspiration at? So, but I do appreciate the books you're going to do. I know there's going to be some future books from you. I'm looking forward to that as well. My co-host Cyrus, you got anything for?
Yeah, I want to give us some shout outs. Hello to you, Nita. I think is it DFS Trash Talk or DTS Trash Talk? Nita, thank you so much. She says congratulations to you as well, Melissa. She also says to you, Melissa, so glad you got out of his grip. Pele says congratulations to you, called you beautiful. Let's see, Dr. Peterson says congrats as well. Let's see. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody as far as the comments go. Hello to you, Jake. Good to be able to see you as well. And Pele says, do it now. Hello to you, Dr. Todd. Good to be able to see you as well. Also, Pele says, thank you for being an inspiration to my life too, Melissa. She says that to you. So, Melissa, I wanted to ask you, Manswell was talking to you about the newest book, which was the Inspirational Journal. I want to ask you about two components of it for people out there, because I think it's interesting, not only, of course, for people that have picked the book up, but it's great advice for authors as well. That you mentioned two things in there. What is the goal? And what are you going to do to get to it? How important is that planning when it comes to setting goals for yourself, like writing a book, or even like what you're doing and starting something new in your business?
It's critical, right? You can have all the ideas in the world. I can inspire you every single day. I can motivate you every single day. But if you're not taking action, then you're still in the same place. So oftentimes that's where what stops us, right? We have the ideas here, and then we get overwhelmed. I know that I just finished writing my to-do list for the week. If I don't break that list down, it's going to be so overwhelming that I'll just not do anything. So what the great news is about the steps that you write, and once you write that goal, this is something you're going to focus on, right? Just for the week, not for the year, not for the big goal, but something you're going to be focused on. And just three action items this week on that one thing breaks it down. It makes it more manageable. It makes it more clear, and it also causes you to take clear action. If you get up every day and just say, oh, I want to make a lot of money this week, and you stop right there, what is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. You have to break those steps down that you can take action and see it happen. It's the action that makes it happen, not just in here. This is what begins. This is where it begins. It can't stay in here, though, if you want some action to happen.
Love that. You know, one of the great things, and I love this, like with Manswell, for example, for those who don't know, Manswell's written all different types of books, not just in one genre. And Melissa, you know, there's a lot of nonfiction books out there. Was it more pressure for you, though, to write an inspirational journal, knowing that people were going to be looking at you to be able to practice what you preach when it came to what you have in this book for them?
More pressure?
Yeah.
You know, the biggest pressure for me was putting my name on the cover, thinking I'm actually the author. Because see, inspiration and motivating and inspiring people, it's my gut. It's who I am. It's my purpose for living. That part is easy for me. But it's to put it out there. I never even thought about whether anybody is going to buy it or not. You know, I just wanted to inspire and move people to action. And that was my heart. Even now, when I hear author, I look around to see who they're talking about. It is so outside of the realm of what I dreamed for myself that anything that happens there, I'm excited about it. When someone says I picked it up and I wrote a lot of things down, that just sparks my heart when he just shared that, you know, because it's who I am. So I didn't feel pressure. I felt excitement that someone else was going to be inspired by my words. And then my name on the front of it still blows my mind every time I see it.
Love that. Let's see. Dr. Todd says Media Kit is invaluable. And she also says congratulations to you. Hello to you, Ricardo. Good to be able to see you as well. For those who are just coming in, welcome. You all are watching The Author's Den with my co-host, Manswell T. Peterson, and myself, Cyrus Webb. Our guest today is Melissa Banks. She's our first guest of the season. We're talking with her not only about her own writing journey, but also Manswell mentioned her newest book, which is this one, which is the Inspirational Journal. It's available on Amazon as well as her other books too. You mentioned with Manswell, Melissa, of course, about the new project that you have, being the magazine. I want to talk about what it's been like for you, though, to see how something you wrote has inspired someone. Manswell mentioned the example of one of his friends. You've heard from others as well. Pele even mentioned it here. How does that feel to know you're doing exactly what you wanted to do when it comes to inspirating, being an inspiration and motivating others?
You know what? It makes my heart full. It makes me excited when someone says, you inspire me every single day. Someone, I don't know who they are. They recognize me and they stop me along the way. That means that something I said made somebody believe in themselves another moment, another day. It made them to go just a little bit further without quitting on themselves. It also gave them an out. When I talk about being fed negative stuff into my spirit, I believed all of that stuff, right? Because it was a constant pouring. Anything that's a constant pouring into your mind, you begin to believe it. So that's what you're filling out as well. So when I hear someone says that they read my book, or they read a post that I made or something I said on a platform, stuck with them. And that means it replaced something negative, something that was keeping them down in their mind. And when I hear that, that makes every single thing worth everything that I do. It makes all the hard times, it makes this 25-year entrepreneur career worth it, because I'm helping somebody be better, believe in themselves, do better, take another step, stay another day to believe in themselves. So it is the biggest reward that I could have.
Love that. Well, Melissa, we're so proud of you for sure. One of the things we want to always make sure we do here on the Author's Den is to offer that encouragement for other individuals out there who may be thinking about writing a book, or maybe they've written something and they haven't put it out there. What advice would you give them, Melissa, based on your own experience, about why they should be able to go for that goal or dream of being an author?
You know what? It's who you surround yourself with. I believe that even though these are my words, my name is on the front of the book, it's because I shared a desire to put the prompts into a book to someone who was motivating, who didn't say, oh, you're not a writer, you can't do that. But what he said was, okay, then let's do it. And that was the first book. And that was the first time and that's Cyrus Webb, actually. That was the first time that the thought of ever putting it on paper in one place for someone else to read came to become a reality. So I would first tell you to surround yourself with people that will push you, motivate you, and encourage you to go for that dream, even if it's something that's totally outside of your comfort zone, even if it's something that you never dreamed, because God can dream for you way bigger than you can dream for yourself. And when you surround yourself with people who encourage, inspire, and uplift, those dreams that's in your gut, in your belly, will begin to come out. And that's where the journey begins. And that's where you'll see so many things that's in your heart begin to come out. Eliminate negative thought. Negative thought you take on. You give it life when you're listening to it, when you're reading it, when you're pouring it in. Use your tools to control what you put into your mind, because that's the only thing that's stopping you from achieving your dreams.
Like that. Dr. Todd says, thank you for writing the dream for all of us, Melissa. And Pele says, y'all are so amazing, and I love you all. Thank you for being a blessing to my life and many others. Melissa, congratulations to you and all the great things you're doing. How can our viewers stay connected with you?
Thank you guys for having me. This was so inspiring and motivational. Manswell, this year promises another book. It's in the works, so it's coming.
Righty.
But thank you guys again for having me. This was great. You can always stay connected with me at themelissabanks.com. It's one place you go, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can get your media kit there at any of our other services. But one thing I always like to talk about is the Dream by Design with Melissa Banks podcast. You can go right there and click and just get all the inspiration from so many women who have shared their journeys with us. And who knows, we may soon be offering that to men as well. But go right there and listen to that motivation and get inspired. Thank you again for having me. It's themelissabanks.com.
All right. She got the elevator pitch down, Manswell. Manswell,
You got it down, don't you?
how can they stay connected with you, man?
Okay, they can find me on all media outlets, ManswellTPeterson.com. You know, it doesn't matter. But Manswell T. Peterson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you want to go. Like I like to say, InstaPage, TickSnap, you can find me. If you look me up, you'll find me. I'm always there.
Right. And we want to thank all of you for tuning in to this episode of the Author's Den. There's more coming next week.